But the question again is the advice that you give to young people and how to reach their goals.
Well, I always go and talk to, kids in schools and churches, and I feel like, yeah, it's giving back, but it's also giving wisdom, giving them some help on how to make it through their life, because I was brought up in maybe the same thing or worse, so I always try to tell them, like, as far as in, school, I try to tell them stuff that the people who interview me don't ask. Like, they don't ask about school, about how I got bullied from 1st to 3rd grade.
So she asked me, do I see any people that bully me when I'm a kid? Yes, I do. And now I get them my autographs. I be nice to them.
They don't ask about me when I did sports or how I used to literally bring home 5 or 6 books of homework to try to do all my homework. And even the year of the Olympics in 11th grade, I used to have stacks of paper from each teacher and sit in the library by myself and do all this work. And one marking period, I got a 1.8. And I just remember I went and talked to the principal. I was so mad, and then all of a sudden, the next marking period, I got 3.8. Same teachers, same classes. Just, I had to refocus myself in school, and I try to tell them, like, as much growing up, it's more about how strong-minded you be on how good your future is, because I always had to make decisions of what I had to do, facing peer pressure. They wanted me to smoke, they want you to drink, they want to go talk to this guy, they want to go to this party, and I'm like, no, I'm going to the gym. I got to get ready for the gym. I got to eat to go to the gym. Like, it's always something that had connection to the gym. I gave myself a curfew so I can wake up on time to run in the morning, so I can make sure that I'm in shape for the gym. So I always try to tell them, like, to make small-term goals, and just don't be afraid to be different. I lost some best friends because I was too boyish, and boxing was weird to them, and these girls looked at me different. I was still the same person in school. I just was like, boxing is what I do, so I can't do some of the stuff you guys do. And every time walking to the gym or going to the gym, people telling you do all the different stuff, and you got to decide, this is what I want to do, so this is what I have to do. It's like finding out, I can give somebody the steps on how to become an Olympic gold medalist. I got it written down, like what tournaments to fight in, what you need to be ranked, how much you need to run, what you think you need to eat. Like, I know that, so when you talking to somebody who wants to be an astronaut, you need to go find somebody who's an astronaut, go and be, what is those things called? When you're under somebody working a free job?
An intern.
An intern, exactly. I've never been an intern. I've never had a job but boxing. So, you need to try to be an intern. I try to tell them the steps that I think are good for them. I chose to be an Olympic gold medalist at the age of 11, and that was my goal. And I did it because that's all I focused on. It's like, if that's all you focus on, one day it's going to get there. So you have to take the proper steps, and don't worry about what this girl or that boy think about you. Just continue to grow as a person and be as great as you can be. And that's what I try to talk to them about. I know.
Yeah. And I like this question that Dimitri kind of came up with, because again, Detroit is known as a fight town. I mean, you have Kronk Gym. Tommy Hearns, I believe, is from Detroit, right? And now you're fighting in Detroit here at the Masonic Temple. So let's touch on that. And not only that, but you're bringing female boxing to the forefront. You're going to make history here. Mr. Shields, what does that mean for you?
Well, I'm already a historian, and just making history and just more history is like, I'm trying to do justice for women's boxing as a whole. Of course, everybody's always like, me. I'm like, us. I really want women's boxing to be alive for a very long time, forever. Just like men's boxing has been around all these years, I want women's boxing to have girls turning pro at the age of 17 to 18 and then winning titles. I want it to be like that. So what I'm doing now is, I think I'm just doing the hard part. I'm the one taking all the heat right now. So if I look really bad, women's boxing going to get put to the back seat again. So I have to make sure that we look good all the time, and that whenever they mention women's boxing, they may say that this fighter is not good, but they'll always say, Well, just like in men's boxing, you know, Sean Porter isn't as good as Lomachenko. So, you know, you can't say that Cecilia Box is as good as Claressa Shields. You know, it's just like, it just levels to it. You know, it's like, she's good, she's great. It's just like they have to realize that all women fighters aren't going to be phenoms. Like, a lot of the men aren't. You maybe like 10 of them who are like skilled with power, speed, skill, but then you have some who are just like super powerful, super fast, you know. But the whole all gifts is what makes you be that top fighter. So that's just what I gotta do. And fighting here in Detroit, it's a different kind of vibe. You know, I go to all the fights. I be in Brooklyn, I be at the MSG in New York, and it's like when the fighters come out, it's a little bit too quiet for me, you know. But when I come out here to fight in Detroit, my fans, my family, everybody is dancing with me. They're just as geeked up as I am, and it's like a party. You know, like I remember when I first fought in Detroit, in the middle of the rounds, they were singing "Whoop That Trick." Like, it's the middle, I'm on my break, and I hear them saying "Whoop That Trick" because I came out to whoop that trick. And it was just funny to me because I was just like, yeah, this crowd lit. And it's like everywhere else I go, it's like, it's not lit. So we're gonna make sure that Detroit stays lit, and everybody just gets on board with women's boxing. And that, you know, throughout all this, I mean, with all the pressure that I have on me being a women's advocate and all that stuff, that I'm going to continue to have fun with it. So who knows what I may come out to my next fight.
I want to ask you this. It's June 22nd. The ring is here. Place is packed. You're in the ring. Gabriel's is in the ring across from you. They're about to ring the bell for the first round. What is going through Claressa Shields' mind?
Well, walking into the ring the first round, well, actually the process starts a little bit before the walk. The process that kind of goes the same thing inside the ring. I let the kind of ring walk be like my, what is it? I let it be like, it's like my freedom speech. You know, I get to be completely who I am, you know, doing the ring walk. And then getting inside the ring, I get to be 100% as mean as I am. You know, sometimes I'm like literally forcing myself to be nice all the time. And it's like, I really feel different on the inside. And when I get inside the ring, that's just what I let out. You know, all the, whatever I'm angry about, frustrated about, I mean, good, even if I feel good, I just kind of show it all inside the ring. And just, when I get out the ring from fighting, I feel relieved for at least about 2 weeks. I don't have no problems. You know, I'm happy. I can eat whatever I want and everything, but I kind of just tell myself, you know where you're at. Like, you know, having to be in the moment, you know, like walk into the ring. I may be dancing, but in my head, I'm still like, you know, you walk into the ring, right? You know, within 2 minutes, you and Gabriel's going to be fighting, right? And then I get inside the ring, and I'm like, you know you're here, right? And it's because you do it so much, it becomes a routine. And it's like, you can go to the gym and do everything. It's like a constant motion. You can just do it, but it's like there's some time where you got to overdo it. And inside the ring is where you have to put 100% on the line, and you just have to, you know, do it, like, for real.
I want to ask you one thing, and I forgot to ask this before. Mm-hmm. In camp, your sparring partners, are you sparring against men most of the time?
24/7.
24/7. And how do they take it easy on you? What's it like when you're sparring with men in the camp?
Oh my God. Sparring against men, if a guy takes it easy on me, he can get out the ring. I don't even know what you're here for. What? Take it on me? No. I'm a go-getter. Guys have to tell them, they're telling themselves to hold back on me when I'm going 100%. It don't even make sense. I'm a big girl, and I punch hard, I punch fast, and no. Take it easy? No. Nah. If they gonna do that, I don't even like getting in there. Like, I believe me and Anthony Durrell sparred, I want to say once or twice. And I think the second time he put me toward the end. Like, I think he did like 12 rounds this day, or 13, getting ready for his last fight against Han. And I was kind of thinking to myself, like, I don't even want to get in there and spar him because he's gonna be tired. I'm gonna be fresh, and you know. What am I, you know, but he was really in shape, so he wasn't that tired. But it was more of like, in a fight, a fighter will wind down. So you putting me at the end to spar the last 3 rounds was, to me, more of like, I don't want to make an accident and cut him. You know, I don't want to do nothing to it. You know, because I'm going to go in here and go. And I had to tell myself, like, more work on my jab. But I did hit him with some stuff, though. And it was like, yeah, he's tired. And when I see somebody getting tired, I'm like, hell yeah, get him. But it's more of like he's getting ready for a fight. So, you know, I had to take that into mind. So I do that kind of stuff. But, you know, with guys getting inside the ring with me, it's like I said before, I would be doing myself a disservice if I sparred a guy and him taking it easy on me. It's like, one, you can't take it easy on me because I'm just that good. Like, I probably have better boxing skills than majority of the men that I get inside the ring with. So it's like, you may be stronger, but hell, you throw that jab too slow, I'm gonna catch you with the right hand. So you better come in here with your A game, you know? So that's what I spar against. Like, it's certain guys who I won't spar because of how much respect that they have for women. I mean, you can respect the woman out, you know, boxing is a sport. You know, when I'm boxing against my sparring partners at Burst, I've been boxing against them since they were kids. They are grown men now. They want to kick my ass because I have beat them up so many times. So when we get in the ring and spar, they know, like, we really got to be on our A game. And I mean, I can call them. I don't have to say that, you know, to make myself feel bigger. I know can't no guy get in the ring and go easy on me. And man, no.
Last question.
Yeah.
And this has been great. We've been getting some great stuff with Claressa. But what will people say about Claressa Shields in 5 years? What is it that you want them to be able to say about you?
Well, in 5 years, I'll be 28. Pretty old. I think in 5 years, people will be saying that I am the greatest woman of all time. You know, right now I say it. Maybe about another 3,000, 5,000, 6,000 people be saying it. But I think that the whole world's going to be saying that. I'm going to be a household name at the age of 28. I should be a millionaire by then. I think that women's boxing will definitely be on the forefront. You know, like they'll be like comparing me to a lot of their favorite male fighters. And hopefully in 5 years, I'll make the top 10 overall pound for pound list. Not the women's pound for pound because I'm the women's pound for pound right now. Right? But in 5 years, I should be in the top 10 of the overall pound for pound. Like maybe, you know, 3 or 4. It's not too many guys that box better than me. So hopefully, you know, the writers do me some justice.
Well, the way you've reached your goals, I wouldn't bet against you. But thank you so much.
My man.
I really enjoyed the
Same.
interview.